Fast forward, I think it was sometime in 1993, 94. I was in grade 8. Um, and young man, I was trying to chase someone. So I was trying to chase Jainaba, my wife. And I couldn't understand why is it that you're chasing this girl and she's quoting scripture to you. And it's just not something I can understand. How come this lady knows more scripture than me?
So the first time you approached her, she quoted a line from the Bible to say, well, young man, you're going too fast.
And I thought, no. So instead of reading my chemistry and biology and general science and all of that, I started reading the Bible just to be able to get to her.
To measure up.
Well, yes. And I think the more I started reading the Bible, I started getting in love with it. And so I am where I am, thanks to Jainaba and thanks to also all the others who have contributed in shaping me to where I am.
Fantastic.
And so when I finished school, grade 12 in 98, I was very resolute that this is what I want to do. And yes, I recall it was Reverend Pratt, now most Reverend Pratt, who was then the head of church. And they wanted to send me straight into Ghana with my colleague, Reverend Shaka, now. I recall my church, Bethel Church, said I'm too young. So there were attempts to block it. I now know some of the reasons why they attempted to block it.
Do you accept those reasons now?
No.
At the time, probably you didn't.
No, I still don't.
You still don't.
I can talk about it. Some people had personal grievances against most Reverend Titus Pratt, and consequently, they thought I was his boy. So let's block him in a quest to get to Reverend Pratt. So that opened an avenue for me. So instead of going to Ghana to commence my ministerial training, I now had to go to Cliff in the UK to start my training. Had a year at Cliff and came back. Then I had to serve at the Trinity Methodist Church for a year before going to Ghana. I was supposed to do 6 years. By God's grace, I was able to do 4 years. So after 2 years, I was commissioned, what we will call a deacon, in June 2003. And I finished in 2005. In 2006, I was ordained. Then 2007, I was supposed to go for studies for my second degree. Again, this time I'll save the name. A minister wrote, and I have a copy of that, he's too young to have a master's degree. Okay. And so it was delayed. In 2008, it was the British church that said, if Bannie is not coming, no one is coming. And so my papers had to be tendered again. And the British church, Methodist church, forwarded my papers to Chevlin. And so I'm a Chevlin scholar. And I was accepted. And I went to the University of Birmingham for my second degree. And since then, I've come back and I've served in various capacities.